Hi, this is Porsha Hargrove, and I'm here today with Sara. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So you have a new book coming out.
I do.
You want to tell everybody about your book?
Well, the book is called The Playbook to Essential Style.
And this is the book, everybody.
I launched the book May 20th, so it's probably been a little over a month now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like 23rd or so. A little over a month now. It's a really quick, easy read. It's all about fashion and styling tips. I offer suggestions on foundation. One thing that people don't talk about, I think it's important. Like, you build a house really strong, you should build your foundation really strong. It creates such a smoother look. So I talk about foundation. I talk about dress codes. I talk about the essential pieces you need to have in your closet to start identifying your style, to start building your wardrobe so that you can look better, feel better, be more confident. And transitional pieces, things that you compare with a bunch of different things, so you don't feel like, I don't have $1 million to go and spend. So,
Well, first of all, some people may know her as Sara Crawford, but we're going to say it as Sara Crawford-Jones. And so it's a little bit more personal, so I'll just call her Sara, but I have to make sure to introduce her properly. Her event was wonderful. It was very nice. It was quaint. It was just family, friends, a few fans, and a lot of supporters. And it was just such a beautiful, loving event. And I loved how you did that, because that's just how your personality is.
Thank you.
So you have an event that's coming up. Tell us a little bit about the event it's going to kind of go off of this amazing book. I hope this isn't backwards how you guys are seeing it, but the name of the name of the book is The Playbook to Essential Style. So tell us about this event that's coming up.
So July 22nd, I'm doing an event in New York City, my second home, because I used to live in New York, so I really miss it. But we're doing a lunch and learn with myself, Sara Crawford-Jones, and it's gonna really play off of the book. So we're going to be talking more of an intimate setting. Is invitation only. I need to say that because that's really important. So invitation only event, so that it can be more quaint and more personable and leave more of an impression. So I can talk to some of the media outlets that will invite, and then some fashionistas, maybe some fashion students. I'm not exactly sure of the guest list yet, but just so that we can get into the meat and the potatoes of the book.
Right.
We could talk. I can offer some suggestions to them, kind of like a Q&A, just kind of like a roundtable discussion. It's something that I've kind of wanted to do, and I think the book allows me a perfect opportunity to kind of leverage that.
So during this lunch and learn, are you actually going to choose a few people to style, or?
Well, I'm helping with the concept of the event.
Okay.
So, ironically, you say that. We do have a concept of the event where we're going to be doing some styling of each individual. So everybody will leave the event feeling like they've been styled.
Oh, that's great.
So it'll kind of work out some way like that.
So I know that there's so much like a level of surprise. So you don't want to give it all away, but all of your tips and tricks are definitely in this book. So at the event, you're going to have a table to sell the book. But if a person wanted to purchase the book prior to, or those who aren't invited by invitation only, how much is the book?
The book is $20. It can be purchased on Amazon.com. If you purchase it from a third-party website, it's not going to come packaged really pretty with all the bells and whistles. But if you purchase the book from my website, which is saracjones.com, you will get all the bells and whistles. You'll get a signed copy, personal message. I like to do things with a lot of love and, keep everything really clean and pretty, so it'll come that way.
So she's true to her personality. So if you go through the website,
which I suggest,
which she suggests, then you absolutely will get a little bit of her personality, her love, and just a quick view of how she will style you. So you style out of love. So you also have another project, and that's called
the Style Haven.
The Style Haven. Tell us about the Style Haven.
So the Style Haven, me and my partner Sharice Monique. She is a Delawarean. She's a model who used to model in New York as well. We were just kind of talking about all the different things that's going on in society. We've had some really disheartening things happen here, at Howard High, and just the different things that's going on all over the world. So maybe like more than 4 months ago, we kind of got together and we kind of were shooting ideas off of each other. and she already has a program called RAM Role Model Society, and they use fashion elements like fashion shows and photographers to kind of boost self-esteem. So the Style Haven is cultivating self-imagery and self-esteem. So we're showing these young ladies that you don't have to be a size 2, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. And we're gonna talk about defining style. We're gonna have a cooking session.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We're gonna talk about like the pressures, kind of like a round table, safe haven, where we can talk about the pressures of society, light skin versus dark skin, different things like that. Are you bullied at school? So it's gonna be from 5:30 to 8 in the evenings at Kingswood Community Center here in Delaware. So that's the next project that I'm working on. Really dear to my heart because, it's unfortunate that society is kind of beating down these young ladies the way it has. And
not even young ladies, even
grown women too.
Exactly.
I just think that it's a shame because, as people, we complain about things, but you have to offer a solution in order to be a part of the solution. So I wanted to be a solution and to try and at least assist with the problem. So there's no point in me complaining if I'm at least helping.
Absolutely. So and it's good that you're using your platform and your name for a positive. So many people, they elevate themselves and they forget. So that's beautiful that
Thank you.
Go, Sarah.
I try.
So, you doing this, you influence other people. So who's your influence in this industry?
I love June Ambrose.
I do too.
She's my auntie.
Hi, Auntie June.
Yes, hi, Auntie June. When I talk to her on Facebook or any social media platform, I call her Auntie June. So I'm gonna say June Ambrose. I really like Donna Karen. When I was younger, I had somebody ask me a question recently about when did I fall in love with fashion, and I had to really think about it because I feel like it's been so long. But the story that popped in my head was me and my mom and my sister, one of my sisters, we went on a shopping trip to the outlets. And this is when Donna Karen had an outlet store, which I don't think exists anymore. And it was just so pretty in the store. It was just so clean. Everything was white. And then it was like this kind of lime greenish colored chiffon blouse that I was absolutely in love with. And I just couldn't stop touching it. And that's when I knew I needed to make a lot of money to buy these clothes. Because I was in love with high-priced items. And it just made me really, really inspired. And that's when I think I knew that I was going to be, in love with fashion. It just kind of started from there. And I was obsessed with Donna Karen after that.
Oh, wow.
So, Donna Karen, June Ambrose. And, my mom's not in this industry, but I'm definitely going to say my mom and my dad. Because my dad could draw and my mom can sew.
So you're the best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds. And even my personality, I'm a really good mix of both of them. And I think that's the best talent, the best gift they could have ever gave me. So I'm going to say those are my inspirations.
So I know that you had a chance in New York to be around fashion, be in fashion, be a part of fashion, breathe fashion, live fashion.
Yeah, it was the best time. It was the best time.
So you also had the opportunity to attend Fashion Week. Are you going to go back anytime soon?
I'm planning on February, which is going to be hard because it snows and it's probably the worst time to go. I decided to get married in September, so it's kind of hard. But definitely in February, I do miss Fashion Week. It's something very exhilarating about sitting under the tents in those seats and just seeing models coming down the runway. I think the first time I attended Fashion Week, I remember leaving one of the events. I took myself out to eat, but I called my mom and was like, "Mom, this is amazing." I was just at New York Fashion Week under the tents. It's just I don't know.
It's a high.
It really is. There's no word to explain how I felt. I'm trying to reach for one. Exhilarating is just skimming the surface, but it's incredible. And I feel like you don't really. I can say this now, but I don't think I really was in the industry until I actually went to Fashion Week.
Right.
That sealed it for me.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I can just.
It's amazing.
I can feel it.
Those lights just came on. It's literally it's like Christmas.
See, I can feel her passion. I hope you can feel her passion through this video. But when a person is so in love with what they do, it just makes you want to be a part of it. And you're so passionate, and I absolutely love it.
It was exciting.
Yeah. Do you have any quotes that you use as a staple in life?
Well, I'm gonna say that I really believe in. I'm a really big believer in faith. Mm-hmm. It's taken me a long time to really understand what that really means. Mm-hmm. And some days I still don't, because I'm very impatient, mm-hmm. Believe it or not. And so I think that I use faith and I use meditation and belief. Like, God is like my focus, mm-hmm. and that's what centers me. But in that, I will also say that I think I've told you before, mm-hmm. I think success starts with happiness. And if you're happy, then you're winning. Mm-hmm.
I love that quote.
Thank you. Because money does not equate happiness.
Right.
We have so many people in the world, they have thousands of dollars, and people like pretty much envy them. They're like, right. Oh my God, their life is so perfect, but you don't really know, excuse my language, the hell they're going through
exactly
behind closed doors.
Right.
So it's kind of like, I like money, don't get me wrong. I like it, it's great. But I feel like my happiness means so much more. Because my faith has taught me that I've always been okay, even with a little bit. Mm-hmm. So if I had a lot, then I know I'd be fine too. So,
mm-hmm. Well, it's very true. And they say if you if you find something that you love to do, you wouldn't work a day in your life. And it's you can tell with you.
From the time I was in 8th grade, I continuously said to my mom and dad I wanted to be a designer, and I wanted to be happy with what I was doing when I woke up. I mm-hmm. saw so many adults around me not happy with what they were doing. Like I said, my dad drew, and my mom my mom could sew, but my mom's also an entrepreneur. My dad ran his own business. He didn't work for anybody else. He worked for himself. Mm-hmm. So I grew up seeing that my grandfather worked for himself. Mm-hmm. He owned a restaurant. He mm-hmm. owned a corner store, and my grandfather's brother, my uncle Skip, he was the first black printer here in Delaware. So I come from a family of entrepreneurs. It's kind of bred in me, so I don't really know any different.
That's so true, because my father had his own business, and and he did both. He did his own business, and then he was a supervisor. But you don't think like an employee. You think like an entrepreneur. So your passion is always driven by having your own. And absolutely. I think that's how we should raise our community and our kids, to have your own.
That's what I intend when I have kids. That's what I intend. Mm-hmm. And I think that my parents nurtured that in me. And, a lot of parents don't do that now for their children. I think it's sad. Another reason I created the Style Haven, because I want to nurture those things. People thought I was crazy at such a young age saying you want to be a designer. The industry is very cutthroat. It's not easy, but it's a space in that industry for everyone that wants to be in it. It may not be the same as a Donna Karan or a June Ambrose mm-hmm. or a Tracy Reese, but it's somewhere in there for everybody. So everybody can have a space there. You just got to find where your space is.
So you do styling, you do
designing.
So what's your preference?
Did she say my love is always going to be designing, but the more I get older, it's a little bit more tedious for me. My time doesn't allow me to just sit and do that all the time. Mm-hmm. I do. I pick and choose custom projects for my customers, my clients. So styling has become a little bit more easy, a little bit more tangible, a little bit more hands-on. Keeps you busy, but mm-hmm. I don't really have a preference. I don't like to answer that question.
So if you were to style the normal everyday person, I know you have other celebrities or people you style, but the normal everyday person, what is it? What's like the price range? Because I know somebody in here is thinking that. What's the price range, and how can a person be a part of that?
It definitely varies based on the project, but like for simple like styling or maybe closet analysis, you're looking around $50 to $75 an hour. And that's kind of average for that industry. You can always email me at info@anaraoriginal.com. That's ANARA original.com. You're funny.
Girl, plug it.
So you can always email me, or you can go to the website saracjones.com, where you can also purchase the book. Mm-hmm. And it has all of my information there as well.
And the book again is how much?
$20, the Playbook to Essential Style. Okay, Vanna.
And it's an easy read.
It really is.
And so, I think I pulled the page with the panties. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's an easy read.
It's easy. It's a very easy read, guys. I believe that you can't have people sitting too long looking at fashion.
No.
So you can't have them sitting too long reading about it.
Mm-hmm.
I try to make it a little bit more fun, kind of like my personality. I'm a little crazy. I'm really, really, really big on tradition and family, which most people don't know because I kind of like march to the beat of my own drum.
Well, you can tell at your event you can tell at your event.
My family is really important, so I kind of plugged all of them, and they all cried and called, and they just had fits. So, it has personal stories in there. One story I'll share with you guys is when I was younger, I used to go shopping with my grandmother and my mom, grocery shopping, which I actually hate right now as an adult. I don't like going grocery shopping. I don't. And I typically always end up in the grocery store when I'm hungry. So one thing I talk about is not to go to the store hungry. It's really important. But when I used to go, she's cracking up, you guys.
Because that's the truth.
It really is. And when I used to go with my granny always used to tell me I could open anything I wanted to eat, as long as I paid for it. So, I go to the store and I grab me a snack. And over the years, I've grabbed a cool drink. And I'll be chilling in the store. I eat and I get a cool drink. And, my mom hates it. She used to hate it. I think she's kind of over it now. Before I married my husband, he thought I was completely insane.
So you walk through the shop, right, with a bag of chips?
I do. It may be whatever I want. And the funnier part is, guys, one time I really wanted a banana. I ate the banana and I went to pay for it. And I couldn't pay for it because she couldn't weigh it.
Now that's funny. That's funny.
So she actually just let me go. I left $1 on the counter trying to figure it out, but she wouldn't even let me pay for it. She's like, well, you ate it. I can't weigh it. And I was like, oh, man.
One banana is not $1. It's about 69 cents.
It was fine. I didn't want no problems because I'm not a thief. I just wanted to pay for what I ate. So that's something I share in here. Like little funny stuff like that. Things that are true to my heart.
You see why I introduced her as, hi, this is Sarah. Because you just fall in love with you. You are funny. You have any shout outs?
My mom for always supporting me,
That's beautiful.
supporting me financially, feeding me, and just everything. My husband, obviously, because he puts up with me because I'm totally insane. And I'm okay with that. He's okay with that. He loves me, and he lets me be who I am, and that's really important. And then my publicist, Raven, she's been holding me down for a really long time. She's
Raven.
awesome. Yes, I love Raven.
Shout out to the publicist.
Yes, and there's a lot of shout outs in the book, people who were really a part of the book. So Tucker, thanks for the photos. You did a great job. Vanetta, thank you for your makeup skills. And Ashley Harris, thank you for modeling. All those guys have been rocking with me for a while. I love the fact that my team always comes through. They do great work. So, I think that's covering the team, the main team. And Danielle, who did the cover for the book, and Nikki Shaw, who did the website for the book. So
okay, well, that's the lead way. So give them all of your social media platforms. So
social media, I'm Anara Original all across the board. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter is Anara Original, ANARA. For those who don't know, Anara is a combination of my first name and my middle name, which is Sarah Ann. So that's where that came from.
So creative.
In case you didn't know.
She's so creative.
That's Anara Original. And my blog is Blondie Jones blog on Instagram and Facebook.
So you can see, follow up with her on social media. And, of course, we're always going to tag each other on what's going on. So, but thank you for coming on. And again, you can come on to my site for any information. She's going to be featured in Delaware Black, NYC City Black. I have to always want to say NYC, but nycityblack.com. And also, we're going to go all of them, all across the board. So Baltimore Black, AfroPhilly.com. So look out for her feature story. So it was a pleasure.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
No problem. Bye.
Bye, guys.